So, you're a low-end PC gamer and you want to play high-graphic games on your PC. I got 15 games that you can play on your PC. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. So let's start the video, let's go. So the first game is Mad Max. Mad Max is an action-adventure video game set in an open-world post-apocalyptic wasteland, developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. The game was released in 2015 for various platforms. It is inspired by the Mad Max film series and follows the story of Max Rokitansky, a lone survivor in a desolate world, as he navigates the vast and hostile wasteland known as the Great White. So for the second game, we have Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warrior is a first-person shooter video game developed by Flying Wild Hag and published by Devolver Digital. It features fast-paced action, a mix of gunplay and melee combat, and a protagonist named Lo Wang, a skilled and insane warrior. For low-end PCs, Shadow Warrior can be a viable option as it has relatively low system requirements compared to some other modern games out there. So for the third game, we have Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham City is an action-adventure game set in an open-world environment, developed by Rocksteady Studios. It was released in 2011. The game is the sequel to Batman Arkham Asylum and continues the story of Batman as he navigates a section of Gotham City that has been turned into a high-security prison known as Arkham City. In Arkham City, players take on the role of Batman and have access to his various gadgets, combat skills, and detective abilities. So for the fourth game, we have Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Ubisoft, released in 2012. It is the third installment in the Far Cry series. The game is set on a tropical island and follows the story of Jason, a young man who finds himself stranded on the island and must navigate its dangers while attempting to rescue his friends from a group of pirates. In Far Cry 3, players experience an open-world environment that combines gunplay, exploration, and various missions. So for the fifth game, we have Limbo. Limbo is a cool puzzle game made by Playdead in 2010. It looks kinda spooky because it's all in black and white, and you control a little guy without a name. He's on a journey through a weird world, and you have to solve puzzles to help him move forward. The game doesn't tell you a clear story with words. Instead, you figure out what's happening by playing and exploring. The puzzles are tricky but fun. You might have to push a box, avoid traps, or time your jumps just right. It's like a brain workout. So for the sixth game, we have Need for Speed Rivals. Need for Speed Rivals is a super fun racing game made by Ghost Games and published by Electronic Arts in 2013. It's part of the big Need for Speed series. The cool thing about this game is that you can play as a racer or a cop. If you're a racer, you try to win races, escape from the police, and basically be the fastest on the road. But if you choose to be a cop, it's your job to catch those speedy racers and keep the road safe. So for the seventh game, we have Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2 is an exciting action-adventure game developed by Arkane Studios. The story takes place in the coastal city of Karnaca, where the player's character is either dethroned royalty or a legendary assassin. The game offers a blend of stealth, combat, and supernatural abilities. Players can choose a stealthy approach, avoiding enemies and using supernatural powers for non-lethal takedowns, or they can engage in direct combat with a variety of weapons and abilities. So for the eighth game, we have Subnautica. Subnautica is an underwater adventure survival game developed and published by Unknown Worlds Entertainment. Released in 2018, the game offers a unique and immersive experience as players explore the alien underwater world of Planet 4546b. The protagonist, the lone survivor of a spaceship crash, must navigate the ocean depths, gather resources, and survive the diverse and often dangerous marine life. So for our ninth game, we have Sekiro. Sekiro Shadow Die Twice is a cool game made by From Software. It came out in 2019 and is different from other games because it's set in ancient Japan. You play as ninja named Wolf, on a mission to save his kidnapped lord and get back at his enemies. The game is famous for its tough fights. You have a sword, and you need to be really good at blocking and attacking. There are also some special tools, like a grappling hook, to help you move around and surprise your enemies. So for our 10th game, we have Portal. Portal is a clever and unique puzzle game developed by Valve. It was first released in 2007 and quickly became a classic in the gaming world. In this game, you play as Chell. The main gameplay mechanic is handheld portal device, a special gun that creates interspatial portals. These portals allow you to transport yourself and objects between two different locations in a room. The puzzles start simple but progressively become more challenging, requiring creative thinking and logical problem solving. So for our 11th game, we have Need for Speed Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted is a super cool racing game made by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts in 2012. You get to race in a big city called Fairhaven where you can compete against other racers and try to outrun the cops. The game is not just about winning races, it's also about customizing and upgrading your cars to be the fastest on the streets. The more races you win and challenges you complete, the higher you climb on the Most Wanted list. So for our 12th game, we have Past Cure. Past Cure is a psychological thriller action-adventure game developed by Phantomate Studio. Released in 2018, it follows the story of Ian. In Past Cure, players explore both the real world and a dreamlike, surreal realm. Ian's unique abilities include telekinesis and time manipulation, which adds an interesting twist to the gameplay. The narrative unfolds through a mix of action sequences and psychological thriller elements. So for our 13th game, we have Raft. Raft is a popular survival game developed by Redbeat Interactive and published by Axolot Games. The game was initially released in 2018 and is available on various platforms, including Steam. In Raft, players find themselves stranded on a small raft in the middle of the ocean. The main objective is to survive by gathering resources from the ocean and crafting tools, equipment, and shelter to expand the raft. The game's environment is dynamic, with the raft drifting alongside debris and islands, creating both challenges and opportunities for exploration. So for our 14th game, we have Cluster Truck. Cluster Truck is a fast-paced indie platformer game developed by Landfall Games and published by Tiny Build. It was released in 2016 and is known for its chaotic and challenging gameplay. In Cluster Truck, players must navigate a series of moving trucks to reach the end of each level. The catch is that the trucks are constantly moving, and the player needs to jump and maneuver skillfully to avoid falling off. The game features a variety of environments and obstacles, and each level presents a new and increasingly difficult challenge. So for our 15th game, we have Inversion. Inversion is a third-person shooter video game developed by Saber Interactive. It was released in 2012. The game is set in a world where gravity is manipulated, leading to unique and dynamic gameplay mechanics. Players take on the role of Davis Russell, a law enforcement officer, as he navigates through a city invaded by an alien force called the Lutadors. The gravity manipulation allows players to experience moments of zero gravity, where they can walk on walls and ceilings, adding a twist to the traditional shooter gameplay. So that's the video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day.